Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. How are you all doing? So today's video is the second part of our previous video on stress. If you have watched it already, then I hope the previous video was helpful and informative for you guys. And if you haven't watched it already, then I would highly urge you guys to go and watch that video first and then come back to this video. In the previous video, we have discussed about what is stress, types of stress, and how it affects our health and body. And in today's video we are going to discuss on the symptoms of stress, the causes of stress, stress disorders, the GAS model, and also some tips and techniques on how you can manage stress better. So without further delay, let's get started with this video. Let's start with the symptoms of stress. Starting with the first symptom, it is frequent headaches. When you experience stress, then you worry about the stressors so much that you might experience headaches quite often. Number 2 is experiencing nausea quite often. Nausea is the urge of vomiting and you vomit eventually. There is no physical pain, but there is an uncomfortability around the chest and the upper abdomen part. Number 3, panic attacks are also very common, and there is also troubled sleep. So when you experience a stressor or any stressful situation, what happens is that you start to worry about the stressor so much that you cannot sleep at night. That causes you insomnia, and lack of sleep causes more stress. Nonetheless, you also feel tired and fatigued because you do not get enough sleep and proper sleep. And the last one is you remain irritated most of the time due to the stressor. Moving on to stress disorder, we will discuss majorly two types of stress disorders. Number 1 is the acute stress disorder. It is an unpleasant, intense feeling where one cannot function normally shortly after the experience of an overwhelming traumatic event. What happens in this disorder is that 1, you feel numb and detached. You cannot remember one or any important aspect of the traumatic event that happened to you. You also feel distant from your surroundings, and you tend to not disbelieve your own thoughts. But all these symptoms may last around not more than a month. If it persists more, then it is called the PTSD, that is the post traumatic stress disorder. Number 2 is the post traumatic stress disorder. As the name suggests, it is related to traumatic events and the previously discussed stress disorder, that is the acute stress disorder. The symptoms of PTSD are quite similar to that of the acute stress disorder, just it lasts a little longer than a month. In this disorder, the individual who is experiencing it have vivid flashbacks of the traumatic events when they are wide awake, and also in repeated nightmares when they are fast asleep. They also tend to believe that they are experiencing those traumatic events even now, while it has been a long ago that they have experienced that event. So what happens is that in this time period, in this disorder, one feels quite weak about thinking about all the traumatic events and getting tired of the flashbacks. So it is quite an intense disorder, but the good news is PTSD is treatable. Apart from the traumatic events, what else do you think is responsible for causing you stress? Now, to be honest, anything and everything under sun can cause you stress, starting with stressful life events. Nowadays, COVID is something that is making everyone crazy, and everyone is stressed about this situation. Apart from that, there are also other stressful life events such as retirement, such as pregnancy, marriage, divorce, then shifting to a new place, studies, new job, etc., etc., can lead to stress in your life. Number 2 is the hassles of our daily life. Everybody, now let's be honest, life isn't easy for everyone, and there are hassles that you need to, you need to go through, like rising prices, then adjusting to a new place, then repayment of loan, and other few things. Moving on to the third one is the work related stress. Work related stress is something that is so common nowadays among all the people. It involves first from starting a new job, presentations, meeting deadlines, and also promotions and all. So these are the few causes that can lead to a stressful life. Before discussing on the stress management tips and techniques, I would like to talk to you guys about how we generally deal with stress, or how we should actually deal with stress, and now I'll introduce you to a model called the General Adaptation Syndrome model, also known as the GAS model. This model states that there are 3 stages when we try to cope with stress. Starting with number 1 stage is the alarm phase. As soon as the stressor comes into our life, our body shows some immediate response, like our heart starts beating faster, our pulse rate increases, we palpitate much more, and we kind of sweat a lot, and then we move on to the second phase, that is the resistance phase. What happens in the resistance phase is that we try to deal and cope with the stressful situation. So in this phase, we generally do 3 things. Number 1 is judge the situation. So we'll first judge how threatening or how stressful the situation actually is. If the situation is really stressful to our life, values, status, then we move on to the next phase. Otherwise, we give it a pass. And the next step is the checking on our resources step. What we do in this step is that once we judge the situation, we know what it demands, and we check that whether we can do it, that whether we have the knowledge, time, energy, strength to deal with the stressor. If our resources are enough, then fine, we have no problem, we can deal with the stress. And if we do not have the enough resources, then there is a problem, and then the stress kind of lasts longer. The last stage is the exhaustion phase, when we experience this kind of stresses for a longer period, and we keep on stressing on our different life events. There is a time when we cannot deal with it anymore, and we kind of get tired and exhausted from all the stressful life events that is occurring to us. That is it about the GAS model, and now we'll move on to the tips and techniques of how to manage stress. There are many stress management tips and techniques that you can implement to manage stress in a better condition. You might already have one that you are implementing, but if you have none, then feel free to adapt and implement any one of them that is suitable for you. Starting with number 1 is stop multitasking. Now everybody is not similar, and everybody cannot multitask. So what happens that when we multitask and we cannot complete all the tasks, there remains one incomplete task. Our brain stresses on that incomplete task, and thus we get stressed. Number 2 is think positively. Now I know this is very cliched, but trust me, this works every time. All you need to do is sit back, relax, and think that how this stressful situation or stressor is benefiting you, or why you are getting this stress, how you can deal with it and all. Next, drop perfection. Now, practice makes a man perfect, but who defines perfection? What might be perfect to you might not be perfect to me. So, why stressing about perfecting a task? The next thing I would tell is exercise. Now, when we exercise, we release a hormone which is endorphins, which helps to manage stress better. The next technique that I will tell you guys is to have enough and proper sleep. When you sleep properly, then what happens is that your concentration improves, you judge better, and as a result you manage stress better, or you cope or deal with stress in a better way. The next is soft music. Soft music is so therapeutic and it helps you in healing. So what you do is that you start listening to any soft music, you calm yourself down and you think about what is going around and deal with the problem. The next is having a stress management toolbox, a stress relief toolbox. This can include any old happy pictures. This can include your meaningful gifts, letters that can make you feel instantly lighter and think about all the positive sides of your life. The next thing that I have written is socialize. Now, you do not know how capable is socializing in solving most of your problems. What happens is that when you socialize, you talk to your close ones. So when you are facing a problem, when you are facing a stressful situation, you discuss with them, and you might not know that whether they will be able to give you some amazing ideas on how to deal with this stress. So socializing is such an important technique that you can implement. If you love to talk, if you have many close friends around you, then try socializing to them. The next thing is meditation and yoga. So there are n number of videos in YouTube that tells that it would release stress through yoga. Now I haven't tried any of them, but if you think that you would want to try, then go ahead and try. But talking about meditation, what meditation does is it calms you down. When you meditate, you calm yourself down and you try to think about the situation in a more constructive manner and deal with the problem. The next technique that will tell you guys is practice gratitude. So when you practice gratitude, you tend to think about the brighter side or the positive sides of your life, which helps you to manage stress in a lot better way. Then moving on to the next technique is introduction of stress journal. This is quite a new concept. If you invest in a stress journal, you tend to know why and how and when you get stressed more, and when you know that which is causing you more stress, then you can deal with it accordingly, what is suitable for you. The next technique that I'll talk about is pet therapy. Pet therapy is so useful in many of the problems that we face psychologically. So if you have a pet, invest your time to them, talk to them, play with them. It makes you feel instantly lighter and you feel that there is someone whom you can turn to when you have no one to listen. The next one is you can invest in some good coping resources like painting, writing, journaling. This calms you in a better way and you can vent out your feelings or the problems in a more constructive manner. The next one is the last one is the slow down. So in the present situation, everybody is thinking about what the future holds and what is going to happen to them in the future. Why stress over it when we do not know what will happen and we do not have enough control over it? I have seen a movie called Kung Fu Panda, wherein the master says an important dialogue which is very inspiring, and it says that yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is present. That is a gift. That is why it is called present. I cannot stress more on this dialogue that when we do not know what will happen in the future, then why we think about it, and if we put more focus on today, then we'll think about the tomorrow or the future. So these are all the tips and techniques that I'll suggest you guys to try if you are stressed enough. And that is it about today's video. We have come to an end of this video. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. Also comment down below your feedbacks and suggestions, and also don't forget to mention what stress management techniques or tips you follow to combat your stress, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell button to get notified every time we upload a new video. Stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.